Okay, deep divers. You ready for this? Today, we are diving into a future that feels like it's just around the corner.
We are talking AI,
AI?
but not just any AI. We're talking about the intelligence age.
Yeah, this article, The Intelligence Age, it's like it reached out and grabbed me.
Oh, it has everyone talking, that's for sure.
It's like things that people, I mean, even just a generation or two ago, thought were like magic. This article is saying it's going to be normal.
Right.
Personalized AI solving huge problems like climate change, space travel that doesn't take a lifetime. I mean, it's exciting,
Yeah.
but also a little, I don't know, unnerving.
It's definitely a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
And the article doesn't try to hide that, but what it does do is lay out a really clear argument for how we get there and why it's coming. And at the center of all of it is this idea of deep learning.
Okay, see, that's where I start to get a little lost.
Okay.
AI, I get it, but deep learning, what are we talking about?
So imagine you're learning something new, like any skill.
Okay.
The more you do it, the better you get.
Right.
Deep learning is kind of like that for AI.
Okay.
But instead of practicing a skill, it's practicing on information. And I mean tons of information.
Oh, wow.
And just like you get better with practice, the more data the AI gets, the better it gets at, well, anything you can think of.
So it's like AI going through school,
Yes.
but like a million times faster.
Exactly. And what this article argues is that this is what makes the intelligence age different than any other change we've ever seen with technology. It's not just faster cars, smaller phones.
Right.
It's about changing what we're capable of, like as humans.
See, that's where I start to get a little nervous. I've seen enough sci-fi movies to know that AI can be a little unpredictable.
And the article, I mean, it gets that. It really does.
Yeah.
It talks about those anxieties, especially when we think about jobs.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen? Are we all going to be out of work?
Right. Like, are there going to be robots doing my job?
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
And it's something that the article really digs into.
Okay.
But instead of focusing on the jobs that might go away, it wants us to think about the jobs that haven't even been invented yet.
Okay, now you've got me really intrigued. Jobs that don't exist. What are we talking about?
Think about it this way. 20 years ago, did you ever hear anyone say, oh yeah, I'm an app developer or a social media manager?
Yeah, no.
The article is suggesting that this intelligence age, it's going to be like that.
Okay.
But on a way bigger scale.
Okay.
It's going to be about working with AI to solve problems, to use our creativity, our ingenuity in ways we can't even imagine right now.
Okay. So it's not just new jobs then, it's a whole new way of working.
It really is, yeah.
But how do we make sure that everyone benefits from this?
Right.
Because not everyone can be, an AI whisperer or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's where this idea of shared prosperity comes in, which the article really hits on.
Okay.
It's not enough to just build these incredible AIs, right?
Yeah.
We have to make sure that the benefits, they reach everyone.
Everyone.
No matter their background, their skills, anything like that.
Shared prosperity. That sounds...
It's a big idea.
It does. How do we actually make that happen? That sounds like, I don't know, a utopia or something.
Well, the article is very clear.
Okay.
That it's going to take a huge shift for all of us.
Okay.
It talks about things like universal basic income, so everyone has a safety net.
Okay.
And a big, big focus on learning new things, constantly adapting our skills, because who knows what jobs will be around.
Right.
It's really about making sure that no one gets left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not even just about the tech then.
Right.
It's about how we use it to build a better world.
Exactly.
To build a more fair world.
Yeah. And the article keeps coming back to this idea of deep learning and how important that is for all of this.
Okay. So we've talked about deep learning as like the AI going to school.
Right. Exactly. It's the engine behind all of this.
Okay.
And remember we were talking about how it needs so much data to learn.
Yeah, tons of data.
Well, the article points out something crucial. It's not just about how much data.
Oh.
It's about the quality of that data.
Quality of the data. Okay, hold on. I need to catch up here.
Sure.
Is there like good data and bad data?
Kind of. Think of it this way. If we're teaching these AIs with data that's messed up or data that's incomplete, then the AI, well, it's going to be messed up too.
Oh, okay.
So let's say we're using AI to help with hiring people.
Yeah.
But the information we're giving it, it's based on old hiring practices, ones that weren't fair.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The AI, it might keep doing those same unfair things, even though we didn't tell it to.
Wow. Okay, so it's like they say garbage in, garbage out. Exactly.
So how do we make sure we're using the right kind of data? Like the good stuff.
The article is very big on this idea of data diversity.
Okay.
We've got to make sure that the data represents everyone, different views, different experiences.
All walks of life.
Exactly. And that means thinking about this right from the start.
So it's not just the computer programmers.
Right.
It's got to be who? Ethicists? I mean, all kinds of people.
Absolutely. And that's what I think is so great about this article. It doesn't shy away from how complex this all is.
Right.
It knows there are risks, but it also says this isn't just up to, some tech company.
Yeah.
It's up to all of us to figure this out.
Okay, I like that. It's almost like we've got this amazing, powerful tool,
Yeah.
but we're still trying to figure out
Right.
how to use it without blowing everything up.
Yeah, without hurting ourselves or anyone else.
And the thing is, the stakes are huge. This article, it doesn't mess around. It says there are downsides, like big ones.
Like what are we talking about?
Jobs, for one.
Yeah, we talked about that then.
But also, like, inequality getting even worse.
Oh, right.
And even, I mean, could AI be used for bad things? Absolutely.
So how do we balance it then?
Okay.
All this amazing potential with the risks, how do we even start to think about that?
The article says awareness is the first step.
Okay.
Knowing what's going on. And that's what we're doing right here, right?
Right, yeah.
Understanding how this works, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
That's how we can make good choices about how it all gets built.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about talking about it.
Yes. We need people thinking about the ethics, the rules, I mean, even just everyday people, like our listeners, right here, saying, hold on, let's be careful here.
I like that. Because it makes it feel less like some kind of runaway train.
It's not inevitable, right?
Yeah. It feels like we can actually do something.
And that's what I think is so powerful about this article.
Yeah.
It doesn't just say, here's what's coming.
Right.
It says, okay, here's what's coming, and here's what you can do.
So what does that look like then? I mean, if we actually pull this off, what kind of future are we talking about?
It talks about a future where, like, the big problems, the ones we haven't been able to solve, AI helps us fix those.
Okay.
A world without climate change, no more diseases. I mean, even exploring space in ways we can barely imagine.
Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, it's almost hard to believe.
It's a big, bold vision of the future.
It is.
But after reading this, I feel hopeful, like we could actually make it happen.
I do too. And I think that's what I'm going to take away from this deep dive, not just the what, but the hope.
And that's what matters, the intelligence age. It's not set in stone.
Yeah.
It's up to us to build it. All of us.
I like that.
It's a future worth working for.
I completely agree. Well, this has been amazing, eye-opening, really. Thanks for, guiding us through this.
Happy to do it.
And to everyone listening, thank you for diving deep with us. Remember, the future is unwritten. It's up to all of us to write it. Until next time, stay curious.